Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three, Sorry, my unmute button wasn't working. These are the same three frozen bodies left out in the snow that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Azure Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
Hello. Happy night before 50% off chocolate day.
In the bottom middle, we have Greshy Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, played by Will.
They have Valentine's Day in Galarian, don't they? Something equivalent?
Ooh, I don't know, but there's a new book coming out that might tell us. It's the new Lost Omens book that has all the holidays and stuff, or a bunch of...
Oh, that's things. That's right. All the behind the... Yeah.
It's a cool lore book. Anyway, they might... I bet there is one. But in any case, in the bottom right, we have Gunn, Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
Hey, everybody. And yeah, we're about to be outside in the snow by force, just like that poor guy.
All right. Well, let's, if you want to know what happened last time, you can watch last week's episode. It's on YouTube, or on podcasts. Let's go ahead and just get started, because I want to get started. So I'm going to go play the battle music and jump.
There's only one relevant thing from last time.
There was a lot of relevant things from last time.
We got to roll damage on Greshy.
I think
we left off before, after declaring that he had a crit, but before rolling damage.
Yes, so where we left off last week was our group of intrepid adventurers made their way outside of the cabin to chase after Phelan or hopefully follow him to a particular mining site where you think one of the dwarves might have run off to try and escape the cannibalistic Karavek-Vecker that had been assaulting the other dwarves. But while deliberating on the porch, Greshy got a little bit too close to the giant tree that was just chilling out beside the porch that you guys were avoiding earlier, but Greshy forgot about in his haste. Not haste, really. Despair, despondence, lost in thoughting. So let me go ahead.
Concern?
Before we do a proper initiative roll, I'll go ahead and roll damage on this tree.
Would I be able to have a reaction to this crit that I just received?
That is a good question, because I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a reaction.
Yes.
It's not
yes.
a reaction or anything. It is reacting to the crit itself, specifically.
Well,
yes, I would allow you
surprise
to...
round. You generally...
It's up to the GM whether or not players have a reaction in the kind of initial surprise round, but sure, I'll give it to you guys.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you would like to roll damage, Greshy is going to bristle with electricity, as he's already pretty upset, and now he's getting the shit beat out of him by a tree.
Okay.
As he erupts in Storm's Retribution.
There's no bonus. Okay, so a massive arm of this tree, it's much smaller than I thought it would be, comes crashing through the top of the patio that you're in. The patio cracks all around you as this massive, hunk, it's basically a log that comes slamming down through you. You take 69 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
The structure took more than that on the way through. Yes, nice.
How about we react to reduce that by 17?
All right, I'll take 17. Thank you.
Okay, that enfeebles the tree slightly. I assume you're going for enfeebling?
Enfeebles and... Yeah, yes. it does not seem like a spellcaster. Off the top, on initial reaction.
For now.
I mean, perhaps. Who knows? We haven't gotten a chance to, investigate so
but it
far.
does get the persistent charisma damage too. So
True.
there's
That rolls.
persistent good damage rather.
Okay. And Greshy, you're reacting with Storm Retribution. Which
He needs to make a reflex save.
Reflex. Okay. Well, I'll put this stuff up. Let's see it though. I should have printed it off, but oh well. Reflex save. What's that? That is a 32.
That is a failure. DC 36, I believe.
Okay.
Wow.
So feed me the damage.
So it's going to be 36 electric damage, 7 persistent damage, and he is pushed 5 feet away from me.
7 persistent electric damage.
This is forced movement if there's something that would prevent forced movement from happening.
No, it is a tree, and it is heavily rooted, but it's not actually rooted at all. It's standing on top of the snow or in the snow. So yes, it gets pushed. You said 5 feet. Yes.
Aye, just 5 feet on a regular success.
So on slamming down on top of you, the shock surges up through the tree's arm. It peels back away from you, stumbles back a step through the snow. And as it's reeling back, it opens its... you didn't even realize that this thing had a mouth, but a section of the tree opens up and you can see what look like massive root-like teeth. And inside you can see the bones of... you can just like barely make out bones of creatures within the tree's trunk. But it kind of gnashes its teeth down again as it's looking towards you. Well, looking is putting it lightly. There's
Relative
there's two kind of slits that have opened now, but there's just kind of a black void inside. But it seems to be kind of gazing in your direction. And that was its first action. You knock it back, and it will take one of its roots will kind of whip out at you. That is a 39 minus 5, so 34 to hit.
Will not hit.
Okay, you
AC
managed
36.
to. All right, you managed to tumble to the side. Oh, I forgot a thing, but I'll do the last action of this guy. Is a that is also going to miss. Yeah, it's only a 25 to hit. So the last, for its third action, it tries to whip another root in your direction. And you just kind of jump a little bit over to the other side. Now I need from you a fortitude save, please.
Oh, this is going to go swell. We'll just make it, see what happens. It's a 32.
32. That is a failure. Okay. I will mark that.
Jason will remember this, right?
Now let's roll some proper initiative.
Great. I assume perception at this point.
Yes, perception.
Oh, average. 34.
Oh, since we're rolling initiative, I guess this is the time I'm supposed to do battle cry also.
Yes, you can do battle cry now.
Bust that out.
I do hope he's the only thing around here to worry about.
There we go.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out.
I was just double checking. Asher, you do have, it looks like you do have your fear still active.
Yes, I have my fear active. I have lots of arrows going downward.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Just double checking. This was the fear caused by the strange howl that you guys heard earlier.
That I definitely could have re-rolled, but did not for some reason.
A choice was made.
Okay.
Not to save.
How bad could it be?
41
all right.
demoralize with the battle cry.
41 to demoralize. That is against its will DC. That is a regular success, not a critical.
Still a success.
So demoralize.
I think that demoralize feared 1. I think,
Scare the scary tree.
on a success.
Yep.
Of course, it's got a better initiative than any of us.
Does that happen before initiative? Warcry.
During initiative?
It's triggered by initiative, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the trigger is initiative, so it would happen immediately after,
Oh, wait, what
I
did
guess. Like, rolling happens and then this happens before any actions are taken.
It should be during its turn, feared 1, and then at the end of its turn, probably it's going to go away.
Give
If it
me
goes first,
That's
give me a D100. Let's see if it gives you if that extra bit of fear is enough to happen before the initiative roll or
91.
after. Okay. I'll make the fear apply to his initiative roll then. Okay, so that
nice.
actually makes Asher go first with a 35.
Oh,
I was
dear.
just want to double check. You did apply Clumsy 2 to him, correct?
Oh, no, I didn't.
He is Clumsy 2 for a round as well from the Storm's Retribution.
Clumsy 2. Okay. That applies to Dex. That's not... Okay, that doesn't apply to this. All right, cool. Thank you. Asher, you are up.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. All right. Well, now seems a good a time as any to try and learn something about this.
Not a bad idea.
How many? I have full points, right? I can use 9. I can't read very well.
Yes, you have 10 points
How many
currently.
fate points?
You have full points.
You can use up to 9.
Okay.
I think we're all maxed.
Yeah, I'll use my 9 to try and think of a weakness that this thing may have.
Okay.
I know what it is.
Go ahead
What's
and
my roll for
roll
that?
either nature or religion.
Asher established to everyone that the tree was undead something.
Oh, well, I didn't really need it.
Undead,
Maybe.
correct?
A natural 20 for a 42 plus
Plus 9,
9.
51.
51.
51.
I love lumber.
You
oh
do.
my goodness. It's a
Always knew
fucking
Asher was a
tree.
tree, man. This all makes sense.
Ah.
Your expert knowledge of trees lets you know that this creature is definitely weak to axes and fire damage. And is and specifically with a crit, I'll give you its fire. It's weak to fire. It's got weakness 15 to fire, and resistance 15 to bludgeoning and piercing.
Oh. So I'll cancel out my weapon. I see.
So yeah, weakness 15 to fire and axes. Resistance 15 to bludgeoning and piercing.
And an axe's damage would be slashing?
Yes, axes are
Kind of.
slashing damage.
Is that similar?
But you know, this
But not
specifically is
slashing.
axes,
It's
not
just axes.
not slashing damage. Yeah.
Okay, just it is a tree, and therefore it really doesn't like anti-tree.
Makes
weapons.
sense to me.
Yes, correct.
That's good to know.
Did I not? Oh, did I? Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
Let's see if I'm
I don't have an axe.
Oh, did he take his damage and roll for his persistent damage to go away?
No, he did not.
Well, his turn hasn't happened yet.
I missed it if so.
Oh, I
It was
guess
he
he
kind
did
of had a
have a turn,
soft
right.
turn, so I was cheating with that. I probably should have rolled initiative before any of that happened, but don't care. So he should have taken 4
It's more
damage
fun this
from
way. It's fine.
light. You should take
good.
7 damage from the lightning. Ah, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He is in fact evil.
There we go.
And not just
Yeah, it is in fact evil.
natural thing.
Okay, that's 4 and the 7, and then it needs to roll 2 d20s, so 1 d20 for the, we'll call this the good damage. It rolls a natural 1, that's not going to get rid of it, and a d20 for the lightning. We rolled a 12, which is also not good enough.
You know,
So
if we
it's
kill
still
another
both those
boss type thing with just persistent lightning damage, I'm going to laugh real hard.
Just stall tactic.
DOT is pretty good. Alright, sorry.
Turns out.
Asher, you have 2 more actions.
I do indeed. How far would it be to jump down? I guess it doesn't matter for me, but for terrain purposes, this is all.
To get off of the patio, it will take an action to leap over the edge. There is like a railing in the way. So one action can get you within 5 or 10 feet of the... You can jump 10 feet over the railing.
Alright, can I... Oh, jump so I could be in one of these
Yes, correct.
3 squares here?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll use my own. Eep.
Okay, you
Here,
one hand vault over the railing, a little down to the south into the snow, and prop yourself up quickly.
Hold on. I have to remember for next turn to do this because I won't be doing it this time. There we go. And I will shoot at it. I believe I had my weapon out. Did we think that it was out? Did you?
Yes.
I never
you
put
have
it
your
away,
weapons
really.
out. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure that was.
Or Asher and
Standing.
Gunn definitely do.
And I will shoot at it once. Maybe if I can find my button.
Let's see, I'm the only one that really hurts at the moment.
40.
Okay.
40 will hit. Is that a critical? That is not a critical. It's just a hit. Roll damage.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, 40.
I will.
Clumsy makes that a 40.
I think clumsy affects the AC as well.
Yes, but
Clumsy
not
and
enough.
Fear.
Okay,
Clumsy and
fair
Fear
enough.
won't stack, so it'll just be the 2. But no, an effective 42 will not critical. It's close then.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. Do I have anything else weird? Well, thank goodness. It's a 1 frost, 5 flame, 2 force. It is 22 piercing damage. Though.
Okay, the 22 piercing gets reduced to 7. And then we have...
Doesn't your sword, your bow do 2d6 fire damage now?
Does it? Did I not have it set to do that?
I think
It was the Grey Turf one, so
got the-
I don't think
Greater
it's
doesn't
2d6,
increase
I think
the
it's
fire
something
damage, no.
else.
Oh,
Greater adds a
No,
different
it's not.
Oh,
but in any case, so
that's
fire,
cool.
force, and ice damage, that all adds to... That's 8 points of damage, plus an extra 15 from the fire weakness. As it catches flame.
My weapon
minus
cancels
some
out.
amount from piercing.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's minus plus 15 resistance.
Plus
to
15, minus
piercing,
15.
I think.
Yeah.
Minus 15 to fire, so I have an okay weapon. I'll also relay the information. Don't smack it with a hammer. My piercing's not going to do a whole lot, but hit it with an axe if you have it. Or fire.
I can do fire.
Okay, as you turn back and shout that, the tree makes a low groaning sound as it slams its hammer arm down again. Let's see.
Oh, this is gonna hurt again.
It is
that
going
is-
to strike at Gunn. Yeah, it can reach Gunn. So it'll swing at Gunn.
After Gunn frightened him and then yelled at him for trying to hit me.
That was that, plus the bonus, minus 2 from Enfeebled, 41 to hit.
41 hits. Yes.
Okay.
I do not have a shield out, so I can't raise it.
All right, damage it is for 2. Uh, 35 points of bludgeoning damage as the tree slams again into the patio, damaging it further.
Take off weakness from that. 2, I guess.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Enfeebled.
Yeah, Enfeebled should remove 2 from that, so 33.
Okay.
That was its first strike. I need a fortitude save from you as well.
Okay. Coming right up. There it is. We have a 34 on that.
Okay, that is a success in this instance. You resist whatever is
Bumped
happening.
me up, yeah.
Okay, it pulls its tree arm back up, and it is going to one of its arms digs up into the soil, pulls out this like huge chunk of earth, and chucks it in Asher's direction.
Ooh!
This is going to be
How dare you?
What do you want to bet it has AOL?
I'd bet in favor of it having AOL, yes. I would.
Unfortunately, that is only a 26 to Asher.
It does not
Trying to save
hit
my-
me.
Okay, the massive
tree.
chunk of earth goes flying just past you, slamming into the snow. And with its third action, it will go for another root attack towards Greshy. This is at a minus 10, minus 12. Nope, that's probably not going to hit. No. It root sweeps in your direction, and you tumble again out of the way. Greshy, it is your turn. Damage time. It takes 4 points and 7 points from the lightning and good damage. And it needs to roll against both of those. So we'll do the good damage first. Is a 6, and the lightning damage is 7, so it's still taking both of those. The enfeebled goes down 1, as does the clumsy, I believe.
It goes away. Enfeebled just goes away.
Oh, the enfeebled just goes away.
Yep.
What's the status
yeah,
of the
the fear
clumsy?
should go
Does
away,
clumsy go away?
Plums does go away as well.
Okay.
Just one round.
All right. And the fear is
Hold on, that's what's saving my bacon.
Yeah.
okay. Greshy, it is your turn. The tree towers above you.
I want to burn it, but I'm thinking Gunn's right. I should probably step back. So I will take a step back as my first action. And
Okay, you take a cautious step.
for the other two,
Oh, continue.
I was going to cast heal on the tree at 5th level.
Yeah, heal that tree.
Okay, you channel some healing energy in the tree's direction. Go for it. That would be a fortitude save on its part.
It needs to make a fortitude save.
That is a 47.
A 47? Well, that's a crit success then.
Okay,
It takes no damage from it.
Yeah, you try to channel the positive primal energy towards it, and as you're like healing the undead bark, it just decays faster than you can restore it.
Ugh. Horrible sort of thing. Right, but that's going to be my turn then.
Okay. Gun.
Oof.
Just out of curiosity, what would happen if you tried to use tree stride on this thing?
There'd have to be another tree like it nearby, which is worse to think about.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just thinking of that. So I think in order to reach this thing, I'm going to have to... I think we did determine that using the called rune still counts as an interact action.
Yes. Yeah, the called rune is an interact action. As far as terrain goes, the 3 squares in front of you are all difficult terrain due to the collapsed roof.
Oh, so it's not even possible to step into them?
No, you cannot step into difficult terrain. And then all the snow is greater difficult terrain.
Oh, that's good to know.
Fair enough. All right, well then... Not that there's any reason for this creature to come closer, probably, if it can... It's unfortunate, actually, that Greshy knocked it back the way that he did. Although...
Oh, if it's going to hit me, I'm going to hit it right back.
From right here, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and call my shield, which I've inscribed the cauldron on. So that's one action to summon it to my hand.
Okay. You free one hand from your sword to instantly summon the shield using one action. Instant, I guess it is. One action, instant. Sure. The shield forms.
Given that it did not react to that,
It did not react to that.
I
no.
will feel somewhat safe holding my ground here and thinking about if I have anything. Yes, I have. Oh wait, that's off the item too, so that won't work. Well, too bad for me. I did the wrong thing.
Well, do 2 more wrong things. You got 2 more actions.
Not a bad idea. I'll give Greshy a lay on hands for 48 hit points while he's standing next to me.
Thank you.
Okay. You summon the shield and then kind of tap him with it, invigorating him.
And I'll
All right.
tell him to take cover behind me, and I'll hold it. And then with the third action, I suppose I'll just raise shield.
Okay. Third action, you shields up. All right. Top of the second round. The wind howls. The snow continues to fall. Asher.
Alright. It's me. I'm gonna take a long step forward in this hugely, only to me, greater difficult terrain.
Or it's just regular difficult terrain
More?
for you.
Lesser. Yes. I take a step.
So each 5 feet is 10 feet for you.
Feels good. Yeah. It's halved. I'll do that. Hunt prey the tree. Feels
All right.
like a good move. And I will shoot the tree with a hunted shot, wherever this may take me.
Okay, you stalk forward.
Natural 20
swallow
for
the fear.
47 on the first one and a 36 on the second.
Those are both going to hit. So critical attack and then a regular attack.
Now it does fun things on a crit that Greater Fire Rune.
That's true.
Does it actually?
Go ahead and roll
it's
the
now
base damages first.
2d10.
10.
Let's do that first.
Something
I
like
have
that.
my sheet. I think I updated it.
I just looked at it as well because yeah, it ignores fire resist is the effect of doing greater flaming. Which is
And then the
incredible.
persistent damage becomes 2d10 instead of just 1d10. So that's also nice.
Okay, so that's 24 piercing, 25 piercing, 13 fire frost flame, another 9, and then the 15 weakness gets canceled out by the 15 resistance, and then we have 25 precision damage. So that's a total of 96 damage on the first attack.
Oh.
And
Hold
we
on, there's
do
more.
combine
There's still
them
more, there's still
together,
more.
I believe, for the
There's
purposes
one
of
more. Good thing I have my sheet.
for resistances, correct? Since it's a hunted shot.
Oh shit, yeah, that's actually a point that we haven't had to worry about in a long time.
Oh.
These do combine, so you actually kind of get another 15 damage back from the 2 piercing damages combining. And then another
Okay.
9 points of damage from the deadly. Ow, that's a lot
Awful.
of damage. So that's 24, 25, 13, 9, another 25, another 9, and then effectively another 15. I have 120 damage total from that shot.
Okay.
It's also on fire. And quite a lot of fire,
It's
too.
2d10 persistent fire damage. Yeah. It has to do.
It's got to save from 3 different persistent.
DC 24 fortitude save.
DC 24 fortitude
Maybe
save.
we'll do.
Oh, it's gonna make
Can it lose this?
It needs
Can
like
it ever
a
lose this?
3. It needs a 3.
Okay.
It got a 13 on the
Possible.
die. It crit succeeds.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Done it. It's flat-footed until my next turn,
That's good.
and it needs a DC 37 fortitude save, or it's pushed 10 feet.
That's nice. That's killer right there.
And it rolled that 3 it needed.
There we
34.
go. That's what we like to hear.
All right, so it's pushed 10 feet. Oh.
Almost off the map.
Wee.
Off the stump anyway.
Oh, and that was
You
only
thought your
the
map was big
critical.
enough.
Oh, it can get.
Oh,
I guess.
you still have one more attack's worth of damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, your regular one, but that combines with this damage too. So
Right.
same deal for.
Sorry, yeah, I thought these were both of the attacks rolled, but that was just one of the attacks rolled.
Oh
So
no.
that's,
Sorry.
120 plus another 16 plus another 10.
And I don't believe I add hunt prey to this.
No, not to the
I
second.
think it's just my first shot. Yeah, that hits.
Correct.
Yeah, so I'm not.
So, effectively another 26 points of damage for 146 total.
Hooray.
All right. Your 2 shots go flying out, combine into one powerful impact and knock it backwards. Ignore the big tree stump there. That's what it used to be, and I forgot to fix the map before the session.
That's fine. You weren't expecting us to push it 20 feet away from us.
No, not really. Okay.
You were mistaken.
That is Asher's turn. The tree's turn.
Goodbye, turn.
It rumbles again, and I didn't even think about how far this thing can move. Okay. It is going to stalk forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Get away from me.
It
you gonna
comes
try and hit it, John?
trudging through the snow, and is going to slam one of its hammer hands down onto Asher.
How dare you?
I mean, you did just deal massive amounts of damage to a tree.
Just like it trudges over through the snow. It's like,
It's
I'm
like-
gonna get you.
It says, "How dare you do this to me?" I'm coming.
It doesn't have any penalties on right now, so that's just a 32 to hit.
It doesn't hit. Wow.
Okay.
That's impressive.
It's going to take
For
a second
me,
attack,
mostly.
and I'm going to actually use my omen points this time for a +9.
Do it, Jason. Kill me.
Second branch
Murder me
attack.
with your hammer hand.
+9, -5, plus its bonus. 44 to hit.
That hits, but it doesn't crit.
Okay.
Yes, doesn't crit.
Well, effort was made. Womp womp.
It was close.
What are you,
All
45 or 35 right now?
36.
Oh, you're 36 as well.
That plus. Okay. That is 21 points.
My armor
of...
works again.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's right.
Your armor was disabled for a while. 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a fortitude save as well.
Well,
Oh, all of us getting
21
fart
points of
saves.
damage. If my reaction reduces it by 17, it may or may not go through the attack.
Nope, it's going to go through with it. It knows no guilt. You shout out towards it. It's enough to distract it and lessen the blow, so that 21 becomes... What was the reduction?
4?
4. It's 17 reduction, so it's 4.
Okay, so you take 4 points of damage instead.
But you still have to.
And then a fortitude save.
Yes.
36.
That is
Maybe I'll get
a...
splinters in my head.
Nope, that is a success as the tree arm moves back up. And
Oh.
that is the end of its
good.
turn, so... Oh boy. Okay, it needs to take 2d10 fire damage. That's 14 plus
Aye.
15. Because
Wow.
that procs its weakness, so that's a total of 29 points of fire damage. 7 points of electricity, 4 points of good damage.
It's going to die to persistent damage.
Okay,
isn't
it's burning. It's little zappy bits are going everywhere. Little shine sparks of holy energy are bouncing off of it. It's still lumbering towards you. But I'll roll some 1d20s. 1d20 for the fire. Nope, it's natural 1. 1d20 for the lightning. That's a 15. Lightning's gone. 1d20 for the good damage. Both the good damage and the lightning are gone. Because I got 15.
But the important one remains.
The fire damage is still there. And it is still flat-footed and now enfeebled. Greshy.
When are you
This
going to
thing
hit?
it's just kind of a billowing mass of
Yeah, I'm going to hit it this time.
flame.
I can reach it now.
Is it creating more light around us?
Greshy's going to duck.
Yes, it is.
Greshy's going to duck underneath of Gunn's shield and touch his sword and cast Elemental Gift to imbue it with fire damage. So we can add an extra d6 of persistent fire damage per hit.
Oh, no.
And then Greshy's going to back away.
But persistent won't stack, right? It'll just take.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Persistent damage does not stack with other types of the same persistent damage.
Well, that's fine. It may roll on that one, but you'll be doing this for a minute.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's not sustained. It just is. And I'm just going to back up around the corner.
Okay, you back up into the doorway, getting as far away from the tree as you can while still staying in eyesight of it.
Aye. And Gunn. I can still see Gunn. And that will be my turn.
Okay, Greshy is done. Gunn, it's your turn. You also start with a G.
First action is going to be to move, and I'm guessing I can't cut this corner, so I'm going to have to spend
No,
One
you'll have to,
movement.
yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20 to
go
make your way
around.
down the
go
ruined
around next
stairs.
to it. That's fine. Have that. And I'll go ahead and... Yep, I'll just make a regular one-handed strike with remedy.
Ooh.
46 total.
A 46 is a critical. Roll critical damage.
Go to town, Gunn.
This is a one-handed.
Yeah, there's a
strike.
one-handed strike. Did I roll the wrong? Did I roll the right one? I think yeah, okay.
No,
I have
that's
them
correct.
separately on here, so that's the correct one.
Yep, that's correct.
We have a total of 53 slashing damage and 3 good damage.
Yep, that all goes through. So you run up through the ruined part of the patio. Make a one-handed swing with your sword. You manage to cut through one of its arms as it's like rearing back and getting ready to swing at Asher again. And your blade actually connects with the base of the tree as well. And as it does, it emits this shining light that just starts to permeate through the entire tree's body. It stumbles backward and begins just kind of moaning out. And it just keeps stumbling backwards
Nice effects.
and collapses into the snow. That is combat.
Wow.
Yeah, the extra sword
Wow,
charges
Asher,
on Miss Sarah there.
well done.
Very good.
I know a lot about wood.
You're all doing all right. It
Well,
bait us up pretty good for a moment there, but
The tree is effectively still on fire, but there's like hissing sounds as the snow around it is kind of keeping it
well, let's
contained.
see. Let's see what happens when I do this too. While we're all standing next to it, I'm going to call out that wand of healing, and it's going to cast a 6th level AoE heal.
oh, good choice.
I assume you put your shield away and then do that.
Believe that's
Yeah, I'll put the shield away to do
78, 68.
Yep, I have it in here. Just a moment. Should be able to get
68.
everyone back up pretty well. We get 22
Hey, 22 is nice.
points back for everybody.
All right.
And potentially 22 damage to the tree if it wasn't already dead.
There's
After those trolls.
there's wisps of light that shine through the now smoldering body. You can actually see curling up from the smoke these shades, shadowy, ghostly figures, making these kind of ephemeral screams as they depart the material plane.
That's right. Anyway, shall we go find Phelan?
Aye. Let's do that. It's gonna be a long hike.
Yeah, which direction was it?
Greshy steps out into the snow and just
Ooh, Greshy, come on.
he's
Asher
short and
stands
heavy.
above it.
Got a bit taller than you usually are, Asher.
Yes, this pretty light in the snow. Yeah.
Trudge.
I leap like a gazelle.
Trudge. Greshy
Alright.
can go like I don't have Longstrider on him, so he can only go through greater difficult 1 square.
Oh
per
God.
action.
So he's got his Greshy's got his arms up above the snow, and it's just like trying to waddle forward as best he can.
All right, this isn't going to work. I don't think. I can turn into an animal and you can ride on me, since you don't have your normal ride.
I mean, if you
Get
don't
there a bit
mind,
faster, yeah. Ooh.
Can we both ride on
that would be
Asher?
best if we could all get on board. I don't know how that's going to work exactly,
More
but
than one person ride Asher if he's Is he large enough?
I can be huge for an hour.
Yeah,
Don't
in
know how
huge
many-
size, 2 people could ride him. Sure.
All right. Well, if you don't
All
mind,
for-
are you going to? What kind of creature are you going to become?
I don't know. Do you have a preference? I can really
Well, I mean,
think of any.
I have a tendency towards dogs, but
Gecko.
Gecko.
Gecko?
Well, that's still going to be in like pretty deep in the snow. I feel. Hold on. Well, I won't be.
Elephant.
well, you're going to be huge regardless, so it's not like being on the snow matters so much.
For your comfort.
Oh, how kind of you.
Okay. Asher morphs into a ginormous coyote.
Yes. I'm a little mangy. It's fine.
Greshy will try and clamber on board.
What is my move speed?
Gunn also trudges his way through the snow, and Asher kneels down so that Gunn can hop on.
Riding on the face square like that is giving me some like weird alpaca vibes.
So Gunn is like holding onto
Just a long
Asher's neck, and Greshy is like gripping onto Asher's back. Yay! Hello, Machika ED.
Oh,
Machika ED.
great.
Thank you for the raid. Hello, Elhawk, Set Monkey, Vatter EV, Fodder EV. Welcome. We just the tree is dead, and the party is
We killed the tree.
mounting up.
Super
Onto
excited.
another party
So we're
member.
riding off.
Okay,
Hopefully.
let's see.
I
So
have
you guys,
50-foot speed.
all right? Where are you going?
Where are we going?
I have a map, so I hopefully have a general direction from the cabin. I also know the direction Phelan left in, which was kind of beeline-ish, as it turned out, since he just went through a wall. So we're going to go in the northeastern-ish direction out to the cabin towards B10, was it?
12.
B12, thank you.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and give me a survival check to try and follow this map as best you can.
All right.
Yes, you can aid.
Yeah, if
Asher would not be able to aid because he can't really read the map well.
Makes sense.
Barely see the map with my dog eyes.
So 30 to aid, so I guess that's a crit success on the regular.
Yes, that would be a crit success since you're just trained. It's a
Hooray.
+2 to Asher. Or, sorry, a +2 to aid.
Greshy.
Greshy.
All right.
Yes, a +2 to aid. Greshy.
Okay, Greshy's gonna go ahead and roll here. And that is a 39. So
31.
41 with the assistance.
Okay. And a 41 is pretty close to, it's like just over what you need. All right, so you are able to, you need to go about a mile, and what's Asher's speed in this form?
50,
50?
because I have long strider on. So
Um,
it's 40 plus 10.
Reduced in the
Greater than the
snow,
train of
that
half, though?
slows you down to that. About 25 feet, but you can go about 2.5 miles per hour at that speed. So,
Nice.
all right, the three of you trudge through the snow as you make your way through the mountains in search of this mining site that is about a mile away. Following the map as closely as you can through the blinding snow. You enter a patch of fog as you climb up a narrow mountain ledge. Eventually, the fog lets out, and you find yourselves on a cliffside overlooking the river. Let me put you guys on that map. Wait, actually put you on the map. So you're
It's a very nice cliffside, I suppose. Wherever we are.
over
Oh, there we are.
here. Okay.
So what are we looking at here? Is the dark part a cliff down and the gray
Yes,
part
the
cliff up?
darkness down here is actually down into the ravine, where you can, well, you can't see the river now, but you know the river to be down there. The river that you guys have been following up north. The gray part is the cliff wall, and you guys, I can't quite get the camera over there, but you're on... you're in the far top left corner. You're just coming around you've been coming up a slope. And the entrance to the mine is supposed to be just around the corner. So you guys pass around the corner. And since you're out of the fog now, you can kind of see there is what looks like a bunch of collapsed rocks outside of a mine entrance just up ahead. So I can move you onto the camera. There we go. What do you guys do?
Is there any sign of Phelan by chance? I mean, he was a ghost. I don't think he was necessarily leaving footprints, but perhaps.
Just at a very quick glance, you don't see anything resembling footprints. The snow is still quite deep, even over here. The only trail is the one that Asher is leaving through the snow. So there's a good still like 3.5 feet of snow just piled up here on this cliffside.
We should probably take a look at the mine then. So I'll kind of direct Asher in that direction.
That said, is there anything around here? This big open field looks kind of, do they have a camp here? Or are there any signs of anything else?
Just looking around, all you can see is snow. It's possible there could be stuff under the snow, but nothing is visibly jutting out of it.
And no creatures seem to be around. Is visibility all right now, considering it's pretty late? But with the light,
oh, actually, yeah. I suppose I didn't put light on this map, but let's put light on the map. There we go. So you still have your light from the whisk gun, but outside of that, no.
Yeah,
It's
away.
pretty late now, and the clouds are blocking the moon, so not much help there.
All right. Well, I'll have to use transition to a dark vision spell soon, but I'm trying to hold off on that in case we need to spend a long time fighting underground or something. But let's walk over to let's carefully move over to where the mine entrance would be. And then we can maybe start digging it out.
I can't grab everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Just gonna come along with.
I think it's over here.
Okay. Yeah, you start trudging in that direction. But on the way, Asher, you step on something. You can feel something beneath the snow crunch slightly. There's something
I was like,
hard
better not be a
underneath your
bear
paw.
trap.
No, it's just
Ooh.
something hard underneath the paw.
Crunchy. I'm gonna dig a little bit in the snow.
Asher, what are you doing?
Dig, 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 dig.
I think you must have found something.
There's snow.
I'm in a bad
filling
position.
up.
I'm kind of behind us.
What is it, boy?
Dig, dig.
You continue to dig
I'll
and
hop off.
okay. you hop off / roll off. Actually, give me an acrobatics check.
Sure. Into the snow.
And Greshy, give me a
Natural
nature
19,
check
38
to
total.
handle animal.
Sure. I mean, I have the right feet. Does that make a
Oh,
difference?
you have the right feet? It
Hi.
does make a
I
difference.
took it when
I'll
I
give
started
you-
mountain failing.
I'll give you a bonus +2. This is like trying to hold
Nature
on.
check here. So natural 35 or a total 35.
Okay, so 37.
So 37 with +2.
Okay. Yep, you're fine. Gunn, you roll off and land on your feet in the snow. Greshy, you're able to. There's no saddle on Asher's back, but you're still able to hold on as best you can as you kind of peer over to see what he's digging at. And it only takes a few minutes for Asher to unearth what looks like a set of bones.
Time to chew on them.
Are you actually chewing on them?
I pick one up.
You
Show it.
gingerly.
I guess only Gunn's there, and I show it to Gunn.
They're humanoid-sized bones, so they're difficult for you to pick up. But you can like take your teeth and just carefully, gingerly reach down and pick one up. It's actually just two. They appear to be two legs or lower halves of legs. You lift it up and put it in, or like show it to Gunn's face, I suppose.
Yeah.
One of the
Oh, wow.
legs.
Just have a human bottom half, or not human,
Is it
but a humanoid bottom half.
I'll attempt to figure out what it is.
What did you find?
This be a
I
I can
medicine
see from back
check.
here.
Can I use my untrained
Uh,
nature to guess what
my-
medicine?
It'd be medicine.
Same bonus. Untrained improvisation 30.
30.
Looks like the left
doctor.
leg of a female dwarf.
Well, it's definitely the left leg of a dwarf, and there's something weird about the top portion of it. So it goes up to the knee, and where the kneecap would be, it's like both broken and maybe slightly singed. It's dark. It's like blackened, like it's been burned.
Thanks. Burned looks like.
Burned.
Burned
Any-
most of it.
Can you tell what's it?
I don't know. Maybe we should dig some more here. Try to uncover. Do we have any fire we can lay down to burn this up fast?
Let me prepare. Of course, I didn't prepare.
Something consistent.
Torches are really about all I'm gonna have.
Torches aren't gonna melt snow, most likely.
I can go for something a bit bigger, but I don't know if it's going to last.
Maybe we can create a bonfire of some kind.
And try.
Oh, we don't have any fuel really.
If only we took some dead wood, I can't say as
I'll look over to the mine entrance.
Asher just looks back in the direction of that you came from.
Was the mine entrance shored up with timbers? Are those timbers now collapsed and broken out here?
Yes, it looks like the mine entrance probably had some timber framing, and there's there are some actually rough pieces of timber that you could trudge over there and grab one, or like pull one out of the rubble.
It might work if we can take enough pieces out from here.
We can try, but it's snowing pretty hard. I'm not sure how good getting a fire's gonna go.
Starting a fire on
start
top of the
digging
snow is not
while
Not
you're
bad.
talking.
Bad. Especially if you have a big log or something to start it on top of.
Asher, you hear
All right.
something off in the distance.
Ooh,
A howl.
what is that?
It's the same howl that you heard
No.
earlier, but it's closer. Much closer.
Ooh. I put my ears back and start whining. I don't
Oh,
like
boy.
that.
Oh boy.
It has made me afraid.
Oh, I'm just gonna get off of Asher as Asher starts running away.
Yeah, Asher starts moving.
I'm
and
Kind of
just
like backing
quickly
up
dismount,
slowly.
flump into the
Okay,
snow.
okay. Well, let's go into the cave. Let's
Is it-
just get
Is
out
it
of
not
here.
blocked?
It is blocked.
I thought is it entirely blocked? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it is entirely blocked.
Sorry, I thought I heard partially blocked. Well, that's not going to work so well then.
Can I start digging at the entrance? I assume it's going to take too long.
It will take a while, yes. To get that much like rubble out of the way. Well, you can only tell like what's at the surface. It will take you at least 30 minutes to dig through the rubble.
I can.
Well, that's what I will start doing until someone comes up with a better plan.
All right,
put
so
the
Asher just makes his
whisk
way
away and go
immediately
ahead
over
and
the
cast
entrance,
my-
starts pulling rubble aside. Sorry, I was speaking over you again.
I'll put
what
my
were you
whisk
saying?
away and cast my dark vision.
Okay.
It lasts an hour. And
But
then
you're-
that, I believe, gives all three of us the ability to see in the dark. Because I was the only one left. If I recall correctly.
Yeah,
Sounds
because
right
I
to me.
cast it on myself.
And then I'll rush over to Asher. Well, rush is a strong word maybe, but flounder through the snow. And kind of direct him to like put the stones over here and the wood pieces over here on this side.
Okay.
And I'll start lifting as well with the lifting belt to heave some of the larger pieces of wood
Okay, so you
and
start,
rocks.
yeah, divide and conquering the excavation of this cave entrance. Greshy, what are you doing while they're getting to work on that?
I'm going to start trying to dig around where Asher was initially and see if I can find more body parts, or hopefully more of a body entirely.
Okay. You start digging around there in the snow, and you find, not too far from these leg fragments, a sheathed dagger, buried slightly into the ground. Blade first. Or I guess, like, sorry, the sheath of the dagger is on the ground beside the blade. The blade is actually embedded in the earth.
I'll pull it out. Is it a clan dagger?
Yes, you pull the dagger from the earth and recognize it immediately as a dwarven clan dagger. You turn it over and recognize the gem of the Untitled clan. But this dagger is relatively new. Your guess is made within the last 5 years or so. Or, sorry, not 5 years. Like 10 years maybe. 15. But not
Not an heirloom.
it's not the same style as the one you would have gotten when you were a kid. It's a slightly more modern look.
But I'll continue digging around to see if I can find anything else.
Okay.
It's probably Karavek, which does us no good, but
As you're digging, give me a perception check.
that would be this button way up here. That is a 39 total.
You're still kind of rummaging around in the snow when you hear an indistinct female dwarven voice call out. You didn't quite catch what she said, but she was behind you. You get up and look back in the direction that you came from, to the, I guess, west there. You see a ghostly form. It's not fully human, it's not fully humanoid, like you can't fully see the shape, but it's clearly like it's more of just like a blur of bluish light moving quickly in this direction, followed by a blur of red light. The two of them come, like, fly in your direction, and stop and meet just behind you. And as they kind of begin butting up against each other, and as they do, they start to take the form of two figures grappling. One with a dagger raised in the air, the other holding the dagger up and back. You can see the face of the male dwarf with the long beard, Karavek. You see his face is drenched with blood, his mouth twisted into this gnarled smile, his teeth just oozing viscera. But the figure he's fighting, you still can't quite make her out. It's clearly that female dwarf from before, but it's still very blurry and not fully formed. The blue form manages to, like, shove the red dwarf back a few steps, which gives the red dwarf time to ready another dagger strike as it runs towards the blue figure. He stops suddenly. A second dagger, this time in the blue figure's hands, plunges into the red dwarf's chest. He snarls, reaches out to try and bite her still, but she removes the dagger, staggers back. The figure of Karavek arches his backwards, and looks up at the moon. The blue figure starts to move in the direction of the cavern, but then stops and looks back. Your eyes had followed her as she walks towards the cave, and this is where Gunn and Ashley probably notice this ghostly figure moving towards you. The figure stops and looks back in the direction of the red dwarf, who he's, like, doubled over in pain. He's clearly bleeding out, but he gets up again, returns to his full height, and begins to charge towards the blue dwarf. But before he can make it more than a few steps, something seems to grab him from behind and lift him up into the sky. he becomes just kind of a red mist as his form just kind of flies up into the clouds and dissipates. The blue figure turns and runs to the south and fades away.
How far to the south were you? Like, did it run off the map, or did it run?
It started to run in this direction, like along the cliff wall, but it faded after about like 70 feet or so.
Before it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like running off the cliff. It was running. There is a path
Right.
that continues around, but it did start to move in that direction.
Greshy's already making his way in that direction.
So maybe not in the mines. I cannot speak.
Still looking around. Have we got enough wood to maybe start a fire?
Yes, you do.
Then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Rock out and tell him that that something is stalking us, and I'd like him to help keep watch. Phelan is gone. We're looking for him.
1 sec. Let me go find Rock.
Just kind of bringing him up to speed a little bit.
Okay, so you summon him out.
There's a creature stalking and probably approaching us. Please keep watch in case it. So I'll have him fly up.
Greshy, what's your AC?
It is 36.
36. Okay. You're grabbed as you're walking in the direction of the figure. Gunn has summoned out Rock and is currently talking. You're just focused on where did this figure go. Something very large swoops down behind you. You just feel a momentary gust of wind as a creature missing its...
What the hell is that?
Who knows? It is about the same proportions as you, I suppose, but its body is it's larger, so larger but same kind of dwarven-y proportions. Its hands are covered in blood. Its face is obscured by the enlarged skull of some kind of deer-like creature. But you can see through the skull and into its eyes. Dark, piercing black eyes. The eyes of Karavek. Its ribs are just like fully emaciated. You can see right to the bone. And its body ends in two kind of stumps at the knees, where it is seemingly perpetually bleeding out. Blood streams from the eye sockets of the skull, and it just whispers, "Brother," as it grabs hold of you. I need initiative, everyone, please.
Remember, buddy, if you see anything weird...
Meanwhile, Greshy's like flying off the
I'm going to use my hero point on my initiative since I rolled a natural 1.
All right, reroll.
Despite being so...
Right behind me,
Yep.
Greshy's getting carried
It's
away.
not a whole lot
Yeah.
better. It's a 27 instead of a
You
25.
see something, say something. It's like,
Pacify. Right, stat block. Yeah. Close the grab. Okay. And its initiative modifier. This would be stealth. Okay. Oops, I seem to have increased the speed of my mouse by a lot. There we go. Fixed.
See.
So that should be...
And
Okay.
fittingly, there's Gunn at last
Oof.
on the order.
Very appropriate. Okay, so we've got the strange creature with a 41, Asher with a 38, Greshy with a 27, and Gunn with a 24. So it's the grapple will be its first action, as it grabs hold of you, Greshy, and you feel terrified, mildly terrified.
Say the least, a little bit.
And it is going to, as it's got you grabbed, it is going to just shoot up into the sky, carrying you. I need a will save, please.
Okay. Great. That's a 32.
Oh, actually, sorry. I don't need a will save because it's doing... Right, sorry. I understand how this works. I'm sorry, it's got you grabbed, and now that it's got you grabbed, the air around you starts to swirl, and you know this sensation. You felt the sensation before. You are involuntarily being windwalked. The air is gathering up around you, and you are turning into mist, into air. And the air is starting to pull you and lift you up. All right, there we go. Sorry, I know how these things work. Asher, it is your turn.
All right then.
Oh dear, what a form to be in. Actually, I'm going to dismiss this form. Because I don't think it will do me.
Oh, I see. Ha, sorry. I don't know how this works. I remember. I understand now. Now we would call for the will save, which you did, which is 32.
Hi.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, thanks. That's reassuring right there. I just used my hero
man,
point.
it sucks to be you. Look at this.
I see. Ah, okay. Cool. I understand. Yes, so it has grabbed you, it is forcing you to become kind of this incorporeal wind. And as part of this, it is rising up with the two of you. You don't manage to resist the effects, and you can feel yourself losing your mind. You are stupefied 4.
Damn. All right. It's gonna be a problem.
Now it is Asher's turn.
Oh,
Sorry.
propagate.
Yes, and I realized that I may not have updated this because I only used one form. So I'm thinking I might not want to dismiss. Ooh. So give me a second as I learn. Maybe. This is what I want to know. Non-striking runes. Back down we go. Nope.
Yep.
I now have like too much on my sheet. So I do have all my forms listed. I just did not update anything but the cat form with
for when you leveled up. I see.
this. So let me do that real quick.
All right, while you're doing that,
Unfortunately, my turn
I'll
was
describe some more stuff to Greshy. So yeah, so this thing
Great,
just
thanks.
the wind swoops in behind you. You turn just in time to see this massive creature grab hold of you. Its form starts to shift into wind, as do you. You recognize the effects of Windwalk, or a similar effect to Windwalk as the wind swirls around you, mixing with the snow. You start to feel weird sensations enter your brain on bidding. You feel hungry for something, for flesh, for nourishment, for sustenance, for gold, for treasure, for nourishment. You need more. You need something. And as these thoughts are just starting to fill your head, that's what's causing you to be stupefied in this instance. You're just being overloaded with weird sensory thoughts of greed and cannibalism.
Okay, I think I got it.
It's like it's trying to share
Are we
these
good?
feelings with you.
Oh, no.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, you're good.
I don't want them.
Okay, sorry. All right, I'm going to hunt prey as my first move. I think.
Okay. You see the creature there, and try to watch its movements.
Has it flown up, or is it just starting to cast a spell?
The two of them are 10 feet above the snow.
Okay, this should actually be perfect then. Like just as much as I could possibly do. So I'm going to move, and then I'm going to do a strike while I can.
Okay.
Like a bite, it looks like. And a 30 for my bite.
30 will not hit. You approach and lash out at the creature in its sort of ghostly, windish form. You just kind of grasp at air. As in the 30 missed.
That's my turn. Hunt, prey, move, bite.
Okay.
Good luck, Greshy.
All
I
right.
don't know what I get to do on my
So,
turn.
for instance, but if you see any giant wolves or strange ghostly dwarves or
Give me a will
say
save
like-
again, Greshy, at the start of your turn.
Grand. Well, let's see. I'm going to throw my 9 points at this one, just to see if we can balance the odds out a bit as I'm trying to break free desperately. Well, it came in handy. 32, so 41 on this one.
Okay, 41. You, is this including -4 from Stupefied?
It does.
it is.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool. In that case, yes. So you manage to, like, you're trying to shake your head to get these thoughts out of your brain, and you sort of do just enough to break the Windwalk spell, and you fall down into the snow. You take 5 points of damage as you're cushioned a bit by the snow.
All right.
But you are in the snow and prone. You're still stupefied, though. These whispered thoughts are still somehow entering your brain. But you can take your turn as normal.
That's not great. That's not great.
This creature is looking down at
What the
you.
hell is this thing? Can I figure out? I would try to figure out what the hell this thing is, but I'm not really thinking clearly right now. Damn, lost. I'm gonna take an action, I guess, to stand up. And can I try to hide in the snow? Can I like dig into the snow behind me and let it kind of fall over and hopefully like make it hard to find me?
Yes, sure. You can.
I would like to spend my
in
two
the
actions
snow.
digging into the snowbank behind me.
Okay, sure. I'll count that as taking cover in the snow.
All right.
Okay, so
And
yeah, you
that'll be it.
start
Those will be
digging
my
into
actions.
the snow, trying to hide yourself. Gunn, you notice the disturbance.
Oh god. All right. Let's go save Greshy, and I'll jump on Rock. So action 1 is to mount. Action 2, I'm going to command Rock, and we're going to fly.
So note that Rock doesn't have dark vision, and you turned out all the lights.
Is there moonlight?
Not really, because of the clouds.
Well, then maybe he'll crash into it instead of this way. You want me
give me
to check or something like that?
Yeah, give me a. This will be a perception check from Rock.
Okay.
It'll be at a -10.
All right. We have a 32, so 22.
22. Okay, so you try to get him to fly in the correct direction. Where were you? Here.
Oh, yeah, we were right about there.
Yeah, he's going to just overshoot it. Wait, what's his speed?
60.
60?
This was 50.
That was 50? Okay.
This was a move of 50.
I seem to have put a ruler on the map. Something like... Okay. Here, let me...
I think we were 50. Here, possibly one.
I'll do my random dice. So we'll go in the direction of this creature is 1. I'll do a D8. Yeah. It's a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the exact opposite direction. And a D4 from there. 3. 1, 2, 3. Is where he ends up with his move. He's like trying to. He's moving a bit slower than normal. You can tell that he can't really see what you're telling him to go towards.
Okay, well, we have one more move to try to make it the rest of the way.
Okay.
On his command. Perhaps from here he can see a little bit better.
Okay, go ahead and give me another perception check from
yeah, we're
Rock.
gonna try and... Okay.
It is a bit closer. I'll give it a -5 this time.
This time then he has a 24 total.
It's still not quite enough. But we'll say that he gets you here. He does get closer, or maybe past it a bit. We'll call it past it a bit.
That's not
So
close enough for me to make a strike, which is what I was really hoping for. Like, well, okay. Hold on. In that case.
Yeah, you can tell that Rock is just kind of is flailing in the darkness, trying to see what you're directing him towards.
It's all right, bud. It's all right. You're doing good. Next round, I'll pick something up here, but
I had
for the
Rock is
moment.
holding a torch, but Who isn't holding the torch anymore?
With one action left, I guess I'll do a. Although I'm not very intimidating right now, I'll do a demoralize check on this creature. Like I'm gonna get to you eventually, and when I do, boy, you're gonna be sorry you grabbed my friend.
Floating around.
Oh, Rock is also still frightened one from before. That hasn't gone away.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that.
But yeah, go ahead. Go for the demoralize.
Demoralizing, 34.
34.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. That should be 30. It should be 36. I just did the action or the skill instead of the action on my sheet.
Oh, I see. You get a bonus to it. Okay. In case of the 36, that is a success. So it is. So you shout out at it. Despite flying all around it, you do manage to spook it a bit. It turns to look in your direction. The skull by itself. Well, actually, the body stays still, but the head and skull twist around to look at you with its dead eyes. And it seems to kind of quiver a bit. So yes, it's feared one.
All right. Well, that's 3 actions for me.
Okay. Yeah. Mount. Okay. Yes. All right. Top of the round. So Asher tried to attack it. Greshy has driven into the snow. Gunn and Rock have flown around and kind of spooked him a bit. You all hear it call out a second time. Well, I guess the Greshy probably only heard it the first time, but this time it will say the dwarven word for brother. As it will fly over towards Gunn and Rock. Actually, it doesn't have. Sure. It uses one action to fly towards Gunn and Rock, and will make an attack with its claw, targeting. I'll randomly target. It'll target Rock with its claw attack. And it's frightened 1, so this will be a -1 to its attack roll. Plus, that makes that a 44 to attack on Rock.
That certainly hits.
Okay. Okay, so roll damage. Plus that, plus its damage. Okay, it's 28 points of slashing damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Okay. I will use my reaction to protect Rock, which will give him reduce both of those types independently by 17.
So as you what do you say to it?
With my guilt trip ability, I'll say. Stay away from my family. Your family has already suffered at your hands.
Okay, so as it's swinging towards Rock, you say that, and it'll actually stop its attack, and look at you and say, "Family." It will not go through with the attack, and will instead use its third action to strike at Gunn. That's a natural 1. That is a miss. It will swipe again with its other claw, or clawed hand.
It hugs him instead.
And tries to strike at Gunn.
Friendly hug. Gives him a high five.
The fear fades. Asher, it's your turn.
Alright. right. It's still up in the air.
Yes.
I assume it's flying around. I gotta move then. Do a little move. And I'm going to try and bite it some more. Big bites for me. We have a 46 for the first bite.
Okay, that'll hit. Give me damage.
Damage, and then I have to do my 21 piercing, 8 frost, 3 flame, 1 force, and 9 hunt prey.
Okay, let's see. So the cold damage doesn't go through. The fire damage seems to do a bit extra. Sort of frost is... Yeah, the frost doesn't go through. That's the 4 damage. The flame does. That's 3. The force damage works. The 21 points of piercing should go
Frost
through.
Flame seems like a pretty winning combination, considering usually anything that ignores one type takes a weakness to the other one.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I missed something. It's actually immune to fear, but I don't think that
Affected anything.
Yeah, I don't think that affected anything. Okay, and then an extra 9 points of precision. Okay, that makes sense. Fear is kind of its thing. Okay. Yes, yes. You managed to reach up and bite at it. Its left arm, which was a bit lower than its right that it was just using to attack with. The head kind of turns towards you. You have an action left, I think, or 2.
Yeah, and I completely forgot I have all this access to my martial artist stuff, which I will remember for my next turn. I'm like, what's the point of having all of this if I forget about it?
You have to write your playbook.
Else fun. I know. There's so much I have to remember, and I'm very good at forgetting.
That's fine. That makes it exciting.
Free.
It's like an anime where you're just like, use your X ability that you never use anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And the way combat grab works is I just make a normal attack. The attack hits and they happen to get grabbed. Is what ends up happening with that?
I think
or is
combat.
it literally, I attacked for the grab.
I have to look at combat grab again, but I believe it is you get a strike and a grab with the same MAP, right?
Swipe at your
Make a melee
opponent
strike while keeping a hand free. If the strike hits,
Grab it.
you grab your target with your free hand. Oh no, it's a strike that also grabs. Yep. So if you
So
you
it
hit,
does
you also
damage
grab
and
them.
grabs?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I might as well. It's not too.
The special thing about it is that it's a
when
press
it's pressed,
action.
it can't be first.
Yes, it means it can't be first, so you can only use it when you have MAP.
Okay, so I can use it now.
Mhm.
So I will. And if it doesn't hit, that's fine. Another 19 for a 41.
So that'll hit. So roll damage, and
Okay.
you manage to grab it with your bite.
There's the damage. 15 piercing, 2 frost, well, 3 flame, and 5 force. And a grab.
Okay, and an extra from the fire weakness. Okay, you managed to, bite again, and this time you bite at one of its stump legs and manage to kind of pull it downward and hold it in place. Greshy, it is your turn. You have successfully hidden in the snow from it.
Oh. I'm great. Fantastic. Still don't know what to do because I'm still very distracted by all of these thoughts in my head. Makes it very hard for me to concentrate. I'm gonna pull my healing staff out. That was the one I invested today. Not Mender, just the regular major staff of healing. And I guess I'm going to try and dig south and see if I can remain hidden.
All right, we'll call that a sneak action.
So, I believe that would be stealth, I guess.
It's a secret stealth check, but
Oh well, you're right. Whatever you
okay.
roll then.
I'll roll it when needed. But yes, you have
When
a
it's
23
time.
modifier on that. So yes, you do 2 sneaks. So you pull out the thing and then you do 2 sneaks through the snow to move 10 feet. Gun.
So, I'm really curious what would happen. On rereading it, I don't think it would work as I was first hoping, but on the spell Familiar Space, it says that if you can cast a spell that alters your vision while using Familiar Space, then it benefits the creature instead of you. So I was wondering, like, if I already had it active and I cast Familiar Space, would it shift the dark vision? But I don't think it would.
Familiar Space. The
So,
target becomes a scrying
leaning
sensor, allowing
against-
you to see through its eyes. If you cast a spell. Oh, if you can cast a spell with the Revelation trait that affects your senses, such as see invisibility while the spell is active, gain the benefit of the
It's dark
spell
vision,
through
not
the
a-
target's senses and
I don't think it's
I guess dark
revelatory.
vision has Revelation. Okay.
Yeah, even if it was, I think the point here is just that you have the dark vision, so while you're looking through its senses, you can see the dark vision. That is my read of
That
this.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that. I was hoping that I could maybe grant him it as long as I was sustaining the spell, but
Yeah, unfortunately
but in any case,
not.
it moved next to us, so perhaps I will start by doing an attack against the creature since it's right next to us.
Okay. Yeah, it is currently grabbed, so it's flat-footed.
Oh.
I mean, it's flat-footed from flanking anyway, but it is grabbed.
Yeah. Well, I'm considering whether I should spend an action to switch to a 2-handed grip, but that might not be a great idea while riding. So I'm gonna just do a 1-handed attack
Okay.
on this creature for.
Okay, you do a side swipe with a 33 that will not hit. You slash at the weird creature and just kind of scrape the deer's skull.
All right. I think I will go ahead and take a second swing for this time 39.
39 with flanking is enough to hit. Asher yanks the creature
Okay.
down a little bit further, and you use that opportunity to strike at its arm. Go ahead and do the damage.
Okay, so that is 21 slashing, 5 good.
So slashing, 5 points of good. And as Remedy connects, there's a humming sound that comes off of the sword, and it takes an additional 10 points of damage. As there's like this resonating hum, like that comes off the sword stone.
Conjuration? Is it the conjuration effect?
Nope,
Look at that guy.
doesn't seem to be that. The blade just cut through it like it was meant to slice through this type of creature.
Crafted
Okay.
for the purpose.
Okay, that was 2
well-
actions.
Anyway, as my third action is going to be to command Rock to do his talon attack and grab attempt if he lands the.
Double grab.
So
Okay.
Yep.
Because Rock can't see super well, it'll be concealed. But go ahead and make the attacks.
So, Talon strike, 35 with flanking, 37.
Not good enough to hit.
Okay. Oh my. Let's see. I guess he'll take a second attack as well. Still using it down. Whoops, that's damage, not.
Ignore that.
Yeah, ignore that. Second attack might get that's much worse. So 28 on that one.
Yeah, 28 is also going to be a miss. So Rock is flailing in the dark, trying to slash at this thing with its talons, but is just catching mistfuls of dark mist, and Rock uses his natural third action to keep flying. Top of the round, the deer-like creature is currently grabbed, and it is going to turn towards Asher and do a claw strike against you. What? Does that 41 to hit Asher?
That is a hit, but not a crit.
Not a crit. Okay. So that will do damage. Uh, 23 points of slashing and 7 points of cold.
Oh, I have cold resistance.
Gunn is within 15 feet. So I will try and use my reaction again.
Sorry, you're very quiet. Could you speak up a little bit?
I said I am within 15 feet of Asher.
Okay.
Technically, so because I can be in any square of rocks. So I'll use my reaction. There's the guilt on that again. No, also family. It's a little bit weaker, but
yeah,
the giant
that
dog
one
is my
doesn't.
family too.
That one does not convince it.
Dog.
It'll take the strike anyway, and it will be enfeebled 2 as a result. But go ahead and take the damage.
That should negate the cold and reduce the physical by 17. I mean, doesn't negate the cold, but it's enough resistance to.
All right. And then, sorry, that was its first action. It'll use its second action to grab Asher back.
Yes, we're grabbing each other.
It turns and like lays a hand on you, and then its third action. I guess in this case it needs to continue to fly, so it'll use its third action to stay flying, but it's holding back onto you, just like you're holding onto it. Asher.
Out of curiosity, is flying a movement? Can he do that when he's immobilized? It has the move. You can't use any action with the move trait. Being immobilized is part of being grabbed.
That is true. This is kind of magical movement. But you know what?
I don't know, just mention it.
I'm trying to think if that makes sense here.
Does this creature need to hover in order to, or need to take an action in order to stay flying, or is it?
Most do. I
kind
don't
of-
know about this one, but
I thought that was like winged flight versus magical flight.
no. If you're under the effects of a potion of flying, you still have to maintain flight. Otherwise, you just naturally descend.
Yeah. I see. These fly 0 to... No, yeah, I think it can't fly then. Okay. In that case, it will for its third action, it will just attack Asher. Sure.
You can always
attack
rest
Asher, and it'll use my 1
once.
point
I see.
to strike. And it'll try and bite you. It lifts up its deer skull, and you can see underneath a like slightly shorn off dwarven beard, but it's very big. It's like a big dwarven jaw, enlarged, as if the enlarged spell had been cast on it. That is that -5 minus nothing, -2 from enfeebled, plus its bonus. That is a 40 to hit, Asher.
Just 40 or
Yes,
40?
exactly 40.
That's a hit, not a crit.
Okay. I guess it's also grabbed you, so it'd be 42 effectively. With, I guess the grab cancels that.
Still not a crit.
All right, so just a regular hit.
Alas.
That's
Grabbing each
32
other.
points of slashing and 7 points of cold. So 32 and 7. And it will have to get dragged down to the ground. It will take its 5 points of damage as it lands in the snow, and it can use I suppose if either of you move.
Does forced movement break a grapple?
That's a good question.
Is that forced movement to just fall?
It is forced movement, but no, I'm gonna say you're both still grabbed.
You're both within range of each other too, so
Yeah, you're both holding on to each other. He just tumbles down.
That would seem pretty exploitable otherwise. Like if something
Yeah.
grabbed you while you're flying, you could just stop flying to get free automatically.
I mean, there comes downsides to stop flying, but
Yeah. So yeah, in this
I know
case,
what you
we'll just say that because you're both kind of stabilizing each other with these grabs, he lands in the snow right side up, and you're still both at each other's throats. Asher, go.
So I'm biting with my mouth, but I also have to attack with my mouth. Do I have to undo my grapple to attack?
Yes.
Even though I grab?
Yeah.
Okay. So it would just be, but I can still attack when grabbed.
I think you would have
by
to
something
renew your
else.
grapple this turn anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. So I think it's no different to just, it's releasing, is that an action, or is it just a freebie to stop?
It's just like dropping an item. You can release for free.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to use my fate points. Jason and I will just use
though
our
actually,
fate
if
points at
you're-
each other all night.
Well, I mean, if you're grabbing him, you can still attack him with your mouth by just chomping
Yeah.
harder. You don't have to let go.
You can do that dog thing where you kind of shake him a bit
Yeah.
Like,
while you've already got your teeth in there.
well, that's like, so I can argue for releasing because I'm about to do like a grievous blow attack, like releasing and then like trying to chomp harder, versus like just squeezing harder, which seems like a weird thing to do.
Okay, sure. I'll still give him the flat-footed.
I
Oh,
don't
he's flanked, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, release and do your
Okay.
attack.
So I'm gonna do that. Let's see. I'm gonna use my. I think that's 9 that I had,
Yes, that was 9.
or am I reading wrong?
No, that was 9.
Like it's quite hard to read. All right. Let's see. I have to find my attack again. 42 plus 9, which would be a 51, I believe.
That is just barely a crit.
Because it's such a chomp. Okay. This I don't quite remember how it works. I'm just gonna start with damage and go from there.
25 and a 19. Plus a 20. get the frost, so +3, +2, +1, +6, plus a bonus. Okay, anything else? So
now I'm just going to start questioning everything on my list. I assume I don't get deadly because it's not the weapon. It's my own
correct.
teeth.
Yes.
But 2d10 persistent fire damage. Would I get that?
Yes, you get that. That's part of the rune. If it's part of a rune, it counts.
Alright, I'm just going to mark DC 24 fortitude save or slowed.
Needs a
Sure.
2.
I bet the modifier's even higher than that.
It needed a 2, it got a 3, it succeeded.
It's done it.
Shucks.
The force one is kind of weird because I'm holding it. So I'm gonna... I don't even know if we should... It doesn't make any sense to be pushed 10 feet.
No, not really, so you can skip
Unless I
that.
just threw him. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me. What does flat-footed come from? I don't believe this comes from a rune, so I think that's it.
Okay.
That's what we get.
And is that all the effects of Grievous Blow?
Oh, crap. No, it's not. Oh, my goodness. I almost didn't add that in. I get way more damage.
It does 2 extra weapon
2
damage
extra
dice.
Weapon damage dice to my teeth, which is a 2d8, so that's 4 plus, so it's 8, I think.
No, I think it's 4.
It's just 4?
Yeah, because you already done the damage. You get 2 extra, but then you double
2
it because it
extra.
crits. So it's 4 extra damage dice.
Yeah.
Yes!
That is correct.
I don't know where I got the 8 from. Let's do it. As
Alright,
a team, we'll do it.
Alright, another 16 points of damage. So I got, with weaknesses and everything, that was 107 points of damage. And it's burning.
From my
And it's a big chunky hit. And you have 1 action left.
I do. And I'll attempt another combat grab with a hit, and that's going to be a probably not hit, but who knows? Anything can happen. 34.
34 is not enough. You try and bite at it again to grab hold of it, but it managed to kind of slump away. Greshy.
Okay.
Have I gotten any better with this this stupefied situation?
No. It's still these
Shite.
weird voices are filling your mind.
Double shite. Alright, I'm going to attempt to cast a spell. Because I'm stupefied, I do need to succeed on a flat check. Equal to DC 5 plus my stupefied condition, if I recall.
So DC 9.
20. That's a 3. So I fail and I lose the spell.
Okay. Yeah, you
Swearing
begin
loudly
casting
under
the
his
spell,
breath.
and as you're doing so, you fumble the words, and the magical energy that are starting to surround you just kind of dissipate.
Alright, I am going to try and see if I can recall anything about this creature. That would be helpful. Or this kind of creature. I have no idea if it's going to work, though.
Okay, give me a nature check, or Arcana. About either.
Arcana is going to be only slightly better, but... yeah, we'll do Arcana. That's not, could be worse. 37.
Is that including the minus
Even
4
with the
already?
negatives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your mind is hazy. You can't quite... You remember briefly, there's like a flash of a memory, the Shawanti, when you spent the night with them in your camp. You remember one of them telling a story, something about creature with a deer's skull for a head. You can't quite remember what it was. You feel like maybe you had too much to drink that night, and it's the name even is you can't quite remember. That is a failure.
Shite. All right. Well, that's all 3 of my actions then.
Gun.
Somebody who can actually do something, please.
From here, since it dropped down to the ground, is it still reachable? We didn't really fly up very much.
No, it's it's within reach.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and make a strike with my weapon, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my 9 into this. This is
Okay.
This creature is particularly hardy or evasive or both. And then a good roll there also gives me a 44 plus 9, 53.
53 with flanking is enough to crit. Roll the damage.
Okay, we're gonna do double damage, so 56 slashing and 7 good.
Okay, for a total of 63
then,
plus another weakness that you're secretly proccing. You managed to swing down at it. The sword connects with the back of the skull and cleaves through one of the antlers. The antler falls to the ground, and blood starts to spew from the spot on the skull that you cracked. This creature is almost gone.
Well, right as that goes through, I'm going to go ahead and activate the Shocking Grasp that's stored on my other rune on this sword. Greshy transferred in, and that'll do. It should be twice, actually.
So just roll a second time.
Yeah, we'll just roll a second time.
And that's an attack roll. So
57 electric damage and 5 persistent electric.
Okay, as the sword cleaves off the antler, you shout the command word for the spell storing rune, and a burst of electricity shoots out. The entire skull shatters, and the form of this creature starts to shrink and shrink. And as it's doing so, you can see the slightly shorn beard of this bloody dwarven face start to elongate and stretch. As the form gets smaller and smaller, the flames that are around it burning its corpse to cinders. It very quickly, the entire body kind of goes up in smoke, and in the end, all that's left is a deep red light. And that is where we shall end the episode for this evening.
Well, I'm glad I could help out.
Did Greshy? You lured it in, and
you got it into
very
position.
Good as Nate, as it turns out.
yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, creature defeated. Nobody died. But is being dumb not kind of like dying?
No.
We'll find
Charlie
out.
would disagree, but
all right. Well, in any case, thank you guys for joining us. Hope you enjoyed tonight's session. We should be back next week, same usual time.
Bye.
Monday at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Sorry, was that a maybe no, or was that a yes?
Next week is a holiday, in case it's.
Oh, next week is a holiday, right? We've got the double holiday.
Every president.
We can still do it. I'm just noting it is a holiday.
I don't immediately
Let's
have any
celebrate
plans.
the best
but,
president.
we'll find out. You can look at our Twitter account the day of to see if I post an update. Any case, yes. Thank you all for joining us. Good job, you. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being my players. Those of you who are my players, if you're not my players, fuck off.